It's November 27th, 2012. This is what I use to go coyote trapping here in the Flint Hills. It don't look like much, I know that. But what I like about using the stock trailer is it all hides the coyotes. It's easy to haul my four-wheeler in. The Flint Hills that are surrounding us here, looks like my four-wheeler is about to die here. The Flint Hills around us are very difficult to get through and trap where I want to trap. I set I place the traps wherever I find sign, and getting across these hills can be difficult with just a pickup truck. So that forces me to kind of load everything up the best I can, and you got to pack smart and keep things in good working order. It's this particular ranch is 5 full sections, and I go around every bit of it, and it takes me quite a while to run my line. So let's go and get our day started. It's a cool 19 degrees this morning, and ought to be a nice chilly ride. The second set that I've checked, I got a coyote in a remake T-bone set. They're getting their fur on pretty good here. It's not we get a combination of 2 different types of coyotes here. Actually all 3 really. Eastern, we get some northern, and then we get some western. It's just a combination of which one it is. So anyway, let me go and put this guy out. I got a livestock trail coming right by here, and they'll follow that livestock trail, come right up to it, and then I've used this was a dirt hole set right into the bank, and now I put a T-bone in. I don't know where it's at, but anyway, you just got to remake a set to the best of your ability or pull the set. So anyway, we'll go ahead and put it out, and we'll try to remake the set. I found my T-bone. It was covered up pretty good. Sitting looking at this set and my remake, it's easy dirt to work with. It's awfully dry right now. So, but the thing I wanted to point out is the importance of making a good step down set. Right here is a good 2 to 3 inches higher than my trap right there. I'm about 9 inches back from the straight end of my set. It's the way the ground worked this time. Sometimes I'm 10, sometimes I'm 8, sometimes I'm 12. It just, in this case, the ground's awfully hard, and I got the way it all worked out, that's where it ended up. So if it's going to bed good, I'm okay with that. So I'll go and cover it up, and I just want you to see the trap pan placement using stiff screen wire over the pan, and it's a good step down set. So the guides that I'm using, I'm not going to worry about guides. I got guides. It's called the sides of the bank right here, and I usually put my dog toward the steepest side of the bank. I mean, I'm assuming, ain't no way to know which way the coyote's actually going to walk into this, but I'm assuming he's going to come down around through here, and it's a little easier approach is my point, to come in and get that bone. So anyway, I'm going to put it back together. Well, I got another coyote here in a trail set at a mafia, in the Gorman Mafia. There he is. He's a nice coyote. Really got good color. Anyway, a little lighter than the last coyote. But these trail sets are something that I think a guy ought to take advantage of them every time. Now this set here for me is kind of ruined. A lot of guys will remake it. That's fine, remake it. I just have better luck. What I'll do is I'm going to pull this set, move it down the trail just, good 30 feet, 40 feet away, and I'll put the trap in again. So once it has this, the surprise is gone, their guard is up, so I'll put another set in further down the line. So this is coyote number 2 for the day. Well, after I finish filming, there's a couple brood mares up here with me today. But after I finished filming to shoot the coyote, from just below this rise here, another coyote, he was persistent. He kind of stayed up here a while. So anyway, obviously very interested in the coyote that I just killed, and so I went ahead and left that trap. If he's that interested in hanging around here, and he didn't go very far, he kind of wandered over this way a little bit, and I think he's just kind of hiding out. Maybe, maybe not. But anyway, I put in another trail set right here. Kind of added one in there, blended it back the best I could, and up here for the coyote that's wanting to hang around, I went ahead and made a remake. Now it's still a circle in here, but it's a duff set. The trap's right in front. I used the scat right in front of it. Put some urine on the duff right on the point. Made a nice point there, and you know, up here on this hill, I don't think there's a whole lot of opportunity for the duff to really stay intact, because that wind's blowing pretty hard. But anyway, I just kind of blended it into the trail and threw a little bit of dead tore up grass in line, kind of blended all back in. And like I said, left some scat there for eye appeal for the coyote, and put some urine and gland lure there. And I got me a coyote in the next set. Barely popped his head up here. There he is. There he is. Look at him. Well, let me go ahead and do my business with this guy. He's active, so I want to get him out of here. Right here where I got the coyote right there, right up on top of the hill, got me another one. I might go up there and put him down, let you ride along with me as I go up to that guy too. Let me go and get this thing started. We'll put a second coyote down. Just pretty. He's up over the top of the bank. We'll get above him. Let me lock this down here. Alright, coyote number 2 and coyote number 1 was down there. This is actually coyote number 3 and coyote number 4 today. So doing okay. I've already gotten, I think around 32, 33 coyotes off of this property so far, and they really work these watersheds. That's 1 square mile is kind of all about, is understanding how to follow good watersheds and making them work for you. These coyotes will come all the way up these draws, and this draw goes on for miles, and that's why it's important to set up in good areas that will continue to bring coyotes in. Kansas has got a lot of coyotes, it does, but you just can't set your traps just anywhere and expect to have a lot of coyotes. It's a matter of understanding the natural travel ways that coyote wants to come down. All right. Well, the coyote number 3 that we just took, I just did a remake here. I haven't talked about any baits or lures. I'm using Snyder's Chunky down in the hole, and I put a little bit of Sierra Call or High Sierra up on the upper lip, right up on the bank to get the odor out. The High Sierra it's something they want to put their mouth on, and same way with the Snyder's Chunky. It's got a real nice odor that you can smell outside of the hole, and that interests me. And get up there a little bit more, put some High Sierra up high. Again, it's well blocked. The spot where my trap is low. It's definitely a step down set, and it's well guided naturally by the cut into the bank. I try to make a point to, you see how it's V'd out up there. Maybe even better if I go over the top of it. They got to come in from only one way. I don't worry about having the trap off to one side or anything like that. I naturally work with the ground around me. I do the same thing if I was in Missouri or Illinois, or you have levees, you have all kind of terraces, different things that'll work to your advantage, and you got ditches. All those things are areas there that you can take your back of your hammer and cut a notch into. And of course, he's dug it out a little bit deeper toward the hole than what it originally was, but that's fine. I mean, he just made it even more of a one-way street for the next coyote. All right, yeah, he's really got that bank flattened out there. But anyway, nice big dog. You get into these things, you'll see I got one coyote already tied on there, 2 coyotes back here. I left the very first coyote at the T-bone set. I left him up there. He's only a quarter mile from my truck. I'll just go back and get him, but he was caught right away, and I thought, man, I already know how these trap lines can get and where I'm going to put my coyotes at. Where am I going to load everything? So anyway, this is the thing I got to, it's a good problem, and got a really nice pretty coyote right there in front of us. So like I said, we'll find room on here and I'll get this set remade. I'll show you, see what I can do with the set when I get done with it. This is the second coyote out of this set right here. Well, I got him loaded, and I thought I'd go ahead and take a second here, and this is that remake. He had a nice smooth bank there the way he done it and dug back. I took my hammer, and you'll see that I'll straighten out here. I cut back into the bank. I made a notch into the bank, and then turned right around and made a dirt hole. I think they get back around here. I think the side on the right is fairly well blocked. I think it's pretty good. The side on the left, I really didn't like it too much the way it turned out. We have a lot of stone here where I'm trapping at, and I went ahead and I brought one in and just put it there to make him come back so he just can't reach in there and grab my bait, and put the kind of smoothed out in kind of an area there. The trap is again a couple inches down below the ground level. Have about ½ inch, 3/4 inch dust over the top of it. This is I like leaving a mound of dirt kind of right out in front of the hole, make them come into each side. It doesn't make any difference, but in this case, this is the way it's working out. So I went ahead and I put a little bit of a mound of dirt there, packed it down good. That coyote, I want to make sure it's a step down set. That's the whole idea behind it. I want to make sure it's a step down set, and he has only one way in. So natural guides, had to add one rock to the mix just to really bring him in, but nothing else other than that. This is a different view of the same area where we just came from. Down at those trees near the bottom is where I just got done describing how I had to cut back into the bank, and but it's this draw right here that I'm interested in. Ranchers out here have a shortage of water, and they've redone their structures, but certainly water's a draw for livestock and for the animals, for the wildlife, the fur bearers. So following this draw right on down gives a guy multiple opportunities. Down there, the trees is just a good location, I think, and so far I pulled several coyotes out of it. But for those coyotes that are opting to not come up this draw all the way, they can go to the left or right. But certainly as far as 1 square mile is concerned, the way I view things is that is certainly an attraction following this waterway. This is coyote number 6 for the day on the same ranch. Pretty rough draw through here. Nice coyote, heavy furred. I have a T-bone set just over the top of this little ridge right here running down the draw. You can see the cattle, that's cattle up on top of the hill if it's not coming out. But there the coyote is, and it's just been another good day here in Kansas. So let me go ahead and put him up. You can see the dirt hole is still in good tack. At least I hope it comes out. Yeah, and he'll be an easy one to remake. This is the second coyote out of this set. Taken 2 out of the T-bone on the other side, and got a nice second one right here. So he gave me a lot of nice loose dirt to work with. Actually, right here, he put this stone right here. That was actually up there to help as a block, same thing as the other one. And I'll probably reposition it and do the same thing. But that's you just got to do what you have to do. But if you have timber in your area, use logs and deadfalls and stuff like that to help block. And in this case, I don't have a lot of trees, but I certainly do have a lot of good stones to use to help me block when the dirt just doesn't want to work for me. So, all right, let me go ahead and put him down and get another one. Well, I just got back. It's about 12:30. We began about 8:45 today. This is the 6 coyotes. I went back and got the first coyote we took on the line, and makes for an interesting ride when you have that much in the truck. There's that very last coyote we got. She turned out real nice. So anyway, I'm gonna load them up in the trailer, and I have about an hour's worth of skinning to do, and this has been a fun day. And for those of you who don't know it, I do work a rotate shift for a Goodyear Tire Company. That being said, it'd be great to go out and put out another line right now, or go and check another line, even better. And but the way it is, I have limited amount of time, and this is what I can about do in 3-4 hours in a day, and I go back to work and get to where I can earn money so I can continue to do this, because we all know that trapping itself just doesn't make a whole lot of money, and it can be lucrative in its own areas and own situations. So, but this, like I said, it's a fun day, and we had a good time, I hope. For the most part, this is kind of typical. I get around 3 to 5 coyotes a day, something like that, when I go on my line. I have several farmers or ranchers I work for. In this case, they're ranchers, and I work with, and they're pretty good guys, and they're just happy I'm getting rid of these coyotes out of there. Certainly the cattle, is a big draw in this area. And that being said, the coyotes are moving in through here, checking to see if they got any free males, and there's a lot of rabbits and mice and different animals for them to eat. On top of it, you have a really good source of mice and different animals along that line for the coyotes. So it's been a good day, and we're going to go ahead and wrap things up so I can get them skinned.